You know, I've been teaching, you've been teaching at the law schools for a long time. We don't really teach them to be good business folks. You know, we're focused on, the laws and guidelines around different areas of the law, and that's what we're focused on. But the budgeting skill is a very unique skill. And while it's not 100% in the legal industry, you've got someone targeting you as an adversary. So, so those budgets are going to fluctuate. But at least if I have a baseline to work from, then I can have a discussion and talk about the reasons that that scope may change throughout the litigation.
That's a great point, and what you've just described is the essence of process improvement,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to begin somewhere, and just an open-ended guess with which there is no ongoing conversation is not really budgeting or managing to the budget. But process improvement says we start with that estimate, and then we compare actual to budget. And if we're able to do that with both client and internally in the firm can analyze its performance going forward, use the metrics that are created to work on its efficiencies, and at the same time improve its profitability. So moving from the sole billable hour model in which all the risk was shared solely by the client to a shared responsibility does not mean that law firms cannot improve profitability, because they can do so if they better understand the metrics of productivity, efficiency, and then begin to manage those budgets both to the price certainty that the clients desire and then to profitability that the law firm desires. Those are not incompatible if you understand exactly what you said, the essence of financial management with any professional service firm.
And really, they've got the data. I mean,
Absolutely.
they do. You know, a law firm will do 100 similar litigations over the course of a couple years, where the corporation is only doing two, three, four, maybe. They can mine that data to have a very good estimate for budgeting purposes. And typically, it's in task-based, units anyway, so that they can really see and data mine that to be able to develop some templates that really provide some extraordinary budgeting capabilities. They have the knowledge from their data sets that they could put into place to bring to the table early on. And I believe personally that showing that up front,
Mhm.
that's the kind of law firm I want to hire. You know,
Precisely.
a technically savvy kind of. I'm very conscious of the cost you're going to be spending in representing our case. That's the mindset that is very attractive, I think, in securing new legal engagements from the law firm perspective.
You said so many valuable things in that last set of comments. The tech savvy character, I believe, and it's being established repeatedly, is no longer an option for lawyers. It's ethically mandated. You know, the ABA rules of professional responsibility now specifically state that as a lawyer, we owe it to our client to understand how technology advances the client's best interest. That's our representational responsibility. So we can no longer ignore the fact that, as you say, there's an enormous amount of data that within most any law firm simply hasn't been mined. It hasn't been evaluated. It hasn't been used to set reasonable metrics. And a law firm that doesn't choose to do that is misunderstanding a very vital piece of the economic equation, and that is that if they do significant corporate work at all, and most law firms do, or they don't have any size or substantiality, those legal departments have access to that data. May not be with your firm, but they're going to compare your firm to the benchmarks that they have access to by comparable firms, and law firms that aren't in a position to be able to engage in that level of competitive analysis before they make their bid or as they manage their project, they're going to be losing business rapidly to the law firms that are doing that.
And it has to be just a remarkable marketing tool to bring to the table. What a way to present my law firm with that kind of, substantiated data behind the budget that I'm suggesting for this litigation. What an incredible way to market my law firm.